the drama around who is to buy TikTok's U.S. assets here continues, especially after President Trump had talked about how that process might be tied to a 45-day timeline, and now stressing the idea that he would want to squeeze a little bit off the top of that deal, a portion of those proceeds going to the U.S. government, raising a lot of questions in the legal community, whether or not that would be legal and whether or not it's Microsoft that actually comes in to buy TikTok. We've heard from Fox Business reporting that Google and Facebook had also expressed prior interest in buying TikTok in the past. Apple telling Axios that they haven't wanted to reach out and buy TikTok, though we have heard from other sources that that may or may not be true. So here for more on all of those questions, especially the legal interests and whether or not President Trump can actually push through what he wants on this, is Yahoo Finance's Alexis Keenan. And Alexis, I guess the main question here would be whether or not he could actually come in and say the government deserves a piece of the action.
Well, deserves or legally can, an outstanding question, but it's not looking that great, Zach. President Trump said that whether TikTok would be acquired by a U.S. entity that is Microsoft or another U.S. entity, either way, he said he wants the U.S. Treasury to get a piece of that deal. Why? Because he says it's the U.S. that actually makes that deal possible by putting in that ultimatum that either TikTok, based on national security concerns, would either have to shut down by September 15th or divest in a way on terms that are acceptable to President Trump. So the president did yesterday to reporters, and here is exactly how he explained his thinking as to why the U.S. should get this supposed fee.
Whether it's Microsoft or somebody else buys it, that'll be interesting. I did say that if you buy it, whatever the price is, that goes to whoever owns it, because I guess it's China, essentially, but more than anything else. I said a very substantial portion of that price is going to have to come into the Treasury of the United States, because we're making it possible for this deal to happen. Right now, they don't have any rights unless we give it to them.
Any U.S. entity, they really would have no legal grounds or no forum in which to challenge that fee being imposed. So we'll wait and see if President Trump really wants to go through with this, or if this is just sort of posturing to maybe drive the price down for TikTok.
Well, that's kind of the one aspect of this that stands out to me, right? When we think about whether or not jurisdiction is really there for Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S., CFIUS, we've seen them play a role in some of these other deals. We talked about Grindr getting sold off there from Chinese control. But when we think about President Trump's Trump card, for lack of a better term here, just adding the company to the foreign entity list and just blacklisting it altogether, still something that he definitely can do, right?
He can, absolutely. And Zach, it's really no surprise that CFIUS is looking at TikTok, that they do potentially have some mitigation steps that they would like to see happen. And that could be a partial divestment of the company to a U.S. firm, or otherwise they have a lot of tricks up their sleeve that they can impose on these foreign investments. But look, at the end of the day, whether the legal scrutiny whether it will withstand legal scrutiny to impose additional fees, the legal experts I've talked to in this area, they say probably won't pass muster.
All right, the latest there from Alexis Keenan. Appreciate you bringing us that.